Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Palace to the Call. My name is Stephen Dawes. Thank you for joining me, and also thank you for subscribing for the latest Crystal Palace news, views and reviews. So, according to certain journalists, Alan Nixon in particular, it looks as though Crystal Palace may be looking to dip into their pockets to buy some players in the January transfer window. A couple of attackers, he said in particular, but we'll have to wait and see on what happens with that. However, the situation regarding John Textor could make the situation a little bit uncertain, because he obviously wants to get rid of his 45% share in Crystal Palace. Lyon are having a bit of trouble financially, and that's going to put them into a possible relegation situation. So that's not good for him either. But apparently there is an agreement between Parish and the American investors and John Textor, whereby if the Americans decide to dip in their pockets and spend some money on new players, John Textor has to pay his share, and if he doesn't, then it means that his position in terms of share of the club gets diluted. So not entirely sure how that works technically. If anyone knows, let me know down in the comment section. But it could be another issue for John Textor. It means that he might have to spend a little bit of money, if the American investors do, to help keep his share of what he has at the club. And it's good in some ways that there's these rumours that we are going to be buying players. I mean, whether we actually manage to get any or not, I don't know, because Palace being the way they are, sometimes these negotiations could drag on, and so I'm not keeping, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, but I'm not holding out any hopes that we'll be able to get anybody, or too many players in, should we say. I'm hoping we'll get at least one or two, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But it's interesting to hear about John Textor. I know that there are a couple of people who are interested in buying his shares, but we've heard nothing concrete about it so far. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in January. I think a lot of it's going to depend on who we've got available, who's fit by the time January comes around. If we've got a few players that have managed to get fit, then we might not necessarily buy as many, or what type of player we might buy in the January transfer window. But I think that we're going to be suffering a little bit in terms of injuries even then. So let me know down in the comment section what you think about this, about what you think. Do you think John Textor is going to be happy to dip his hand in his pockets and buy a couple of, or help to buy a couple of players, seeing as he wants out of the club? Or do you think that actually they should dilute his share of the club and let him go on his way and get some new investors in? Let me know down in the comment section what you think, as always, and I will see you next time.